Hi, I'm Lucas Howe, and I'm a member of the Mason High School golf team. This season, fueled by 6 seniors, the team looks to break records and barriers set by previous Comet squads. So far, the team has already racked up 8 wins and have not placed outside of the top 4 in any tournaments they've played. This dominant season has established the team as one of the best in the state. With eyes on the state championship, the question is, can the Comets keep it going through the postseason? This is the road to state.
As a whole, our regular season went pretty good. Obviously, we had 8 wins, and any tournament that we didn't win, we were still pretty competitive in. So I think for us going into the postseason, we had a ton of confidence, knowing that we can compete with the best of the best teams that are out here at these tournaments.
We kind of, as a team, just decided that we were all going to play for each other. We were all going to, work through. I mean, we're all working towards a common goal at the end of the day. So I feel like, especially during postseason, a lot of times, like, you get together and you go to the range and we're all helping each other. So I feel like, if anything, it kind of got better. Like, our morale got better in the postseason just because we all want to win and we all want to work towards getting better. So we're all just kind of helping each other.
Well, I think for everybody at Mason, saying that we have one of probably the best programs that we've ever had really sparks us as a team to really reach forth and set high standards for ourselves. And as a group of seniors, all seniors, this is our last year, so we kind of have to lay it all on the floor.
Our lead guy, Timmy Hollenbeck, came out 66, won the tournament by 5. I mean, it was very dominant and impressive performance, and it was much needed for our team because I know other people on our team may have not played the best, but our best was still good enough to get the job done. So I think overall it was positive.
Kind of had a go mentality, like this is your last year and it's your last tournament playing at this course, so it's kind of just leave it all out there and get a little aggressive when you have to.
After sectionals, we were definitely excited for districts because that's kind of a step up. We get to play with better teams, we get to play a better course, so we were looking forward to districts after that.
During sectionals, for sure, it was more of like a winning mindset. Like, we wanted to win, and we knew we were the best team there. We knew we had the confidence. So I think at that point it was all about winning sectionals and doing that thing. But I think at districts it's a little different because, there's a lot better. It's the best teams from all around you, and you come to the same course on the same day, and it's anybody's game really. So I feel like districts was kind of a day that, another survive and advance, but you have to play somewhat decent against some of the better teams in the state or in the Southwest District.
Sectionals, we don't play very good teams, so we don't have to play our best to win, but obviously St. X is a solid team, so I know we all knew going into districts that we would have had to perform better than we did at sectionals if we wanted to pull out a win, and we definitely had that drive to get the first district win for our team and our coach.
There's a lot of good teams. Any given day, there could be a team that comes out of nowhere, plays some of their best golf, and they end up winning or beating us out of districts. But I think overall, we knew that it was our districts to lose. Like, we were the best team there. We knew that if we played our game, we would win easily, and we're going to get first place.
At this point, postseason is survive and advance. So obviously we have to make it out. But I think a sub goal was obviously to get that win, and being paired with a team like St. X really kind of helps us know where we stand because they're one of the better teams in the competition. The prep for districts was pretty similar to sectionals. We played some practice rounds. We didn't get a whole lot of time to play practice rounds there. We actually only got to play one practice round. But you know, we took note of how the course was playing, whether it was rolling out, were the greens firm or soft, and we kind of took note of everything we needed to in order to be successful during the districts tournament.
It's definitely pretty nerve-wracking stepping up on the first tee, and you got cameras everywhere, and it was definitely new. It was a new little thing that they put on for districts, so it definitely added some pressure, but I think, you know, once you hit that first tee and you're kind of off, like the nerves kind of settle, and it was kind of the same thing as sectional, just survive in advance.
Yeah, next to play on number 1, Nate Vonderhaar from Mason. Nate just taking an iron off number 1, looked like a really good swing.
I would say I was actually less nervous because I know, like, we've all put so much practice in and so much time in on the golf course that we're all better than we were in previous years. So if anything, this is going to be our year that we were going to play well and perform.
The conditions at districts were pretty tough. It was overcast, not really that warm, and there was a lot of wind. But our team grinded through, and we got the win by 5 shots over St. X. And I think winning districts, not just making it out, but winning districts, gave us that kind of last push of confidence that we needed, knowing that, you know, we're meant to be here before the state championship.
Okay, we've got our champions today here at Heatherwood Golf Club. And where are you guys going next week?
Columbus State Championship.
Okay, Columbus, and we got it all. All right.
I think we proved to everybody in the Southwest District that we were the best team, and we were going to show that at state. So I think for us, like, winning both those didn't really mean much, and we had to prove it to those teams up north that we were good enough and they should be worried about us.
Coach, what will the strategy be next week in Columbus?
Well, first of all, we're going to go up there and have a little fun, but obviously the key is to make pars at state. So if we can get out there, keep the ball under control, they have a good chance to do well. That's about it.
Yeah, it's not survive in advance anymore, so it's a totally different mindset. You know, we're there to win states, and we're still, I mean, I'm not saying we're playing like stupid, we're not making any like rash decisions, but I think it's definitely different now. Like, you gotta turn on a different you gotta turn it up a notch basically, and you gotta play your best golf coming down the stretch. I know as a team we wanted to win. It was, I mean, we've had the top 4 for the last 3 years. We've all been there. We've all had that experience. At this point, it was just we hadn't won yet, and traditionally we hadn't played well at the course, so I know some extra prep went into it, you know, some extra planning, some more practice, and I mean, we went there with the mindset of winning.
We did a course review about almost a week prior to it, and we really dialed in some numbers and reviewed what holes we struggle on and what holes we don't struggle on. So knowing that going into our practice round the day before the state tournament really helps us, knowing that, hey, I got to play this hole a little bit more conservative, or hey, I can get a little aggressive on this hole.
First round, nobody really played well. Halfway through the round, I had kind of heard that people weren't playing well, so I thought we were going to be way out of it. So there's a stretch of holes where I was definitely kind of disappointed. Like, it's only halfway through the first round and I already felt like we were out of it. But when I stepped off the 18th tee, I kind of had pulled my round back a little bit, shot a pretty solid number for how I started. Some of the other guys did as well, and seeing that we were only 12 shots back and nobody else really played well, it gave me, I was definitely more motivated and encouraged after that.
You know, we weren't really happy with how we played the first day, but you couldn't really tell that. Like, we were really kind of focused on just day 2. We know that, you know, stuff happened the first day that, you know, shouldn't have happened, and it's not, you know, someone's fault. It's just none of us played the way that we should have.
We all knew, like, that was like the worst round we've played all year by 12 strokes. Like, we weren't feeling great. Like, I can't believe that we kind of shot ourselves in the foot like we didn't want to. And then it eventually got to the point where, like, some of us started like talking about like how we still believe, how there's still room to come back. And then I think overall it just started bleeding into everybody, and everybody started to kind of get this like feeling like of belief and that we can still do it and come out on top. And then we went over the course and there was even more belief, and we went out there like guns blazing.
Definitely going into the second round, you know, like we had a bad first day and you're coming in that second round, you're a little deflated. You know you're pretty far back there, but we know we have it in us, and we know we're all confident in each other's abilities, and we know if we all play well, we can really put a really good score out there as a team. So I think, you know, going into the second day, we kind of had that mentality that we were going to put it all on the line for each other and really put forth our best effort. You know, it was probably one of the most nervous things I've ever had to go through in my high school career. You know, you're sitting there, it's all out of your control. Like, you know, you're just looking at the other team, you're refreshing the scoreboard every 5 seconds. It's really nerve-wracking, and I mean, to be there with some teammates and do it with them, I mean, it made it a little better, but it was definitely one of the most nervous times in my high school golf career.
I mean, obviously it sucks losing by 3 shots, because then everybody thinks about, hey, I could have done better here, I could have done better here, I could have done better there. But really, for us as a team, we set high standards for ourselves trying to win the state championship, but second place is our best in ever franchise history. So it's kind of like we almost did our best, but like our worst is still a second place.
The second day, we're all proud of that second day, but that first day is in all of our heads. We definitely could have done so much better, and we know if we played to our potential, we easily would have won.
I think this team's going to leave an unbelievable legacy. I think, you know, from freshman year, all of us, to senior year, I mean, we all just improved on every year, year after year. We all got better. And I mean, to the point where we're all four, like, I mean, we're not only competing against teams in these tournaments, we're competing against each other. And it's gotten to that point where, you know, like, we show up and we have that confidence that we're the best ones there. And, you know, I think it's going to be really cool when we look back on these days and, you know, the records we broke and the legacy we leave is just unbelievable.
I just hope they remember us as like persistent. Like, there's times where like you're not playing well, you're not doing the greatest, and like you just gotta keep putting your head down and keep working, and eventually everything will figure itself out, and you just gotta keep going. No matter what life gives you, you just gotta keep going and keep working.
I hope that future Mason golfers down the road look back on our team and the success we had and the hard work that was put in and say, these guys did it right. I hope they look at what we did and look past just our successes and look at who we were as a team off the golf course. We spent a whole lot of time together. You know, these have been my friends for a long time, and ever since middle school. And I think having that connection is something that was really special, because, you know, we're just a group of guys having fun. You know, we play golf, but at the end of the day, we're just a bunch of guys who enjoy being together and you know, look to play some good golf.
You know, sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Keep going. I done been knocked down 1,000 times, yeah, I traveled around 1,000 miles, feeling so tired, but you know I can't stop now. Came way too far, won't throw in the towel. It ain't looking real good, but I won't give up. Pac said that I gotta keep my head up, so I ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I'm standing right here. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. You can kick me around, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. We going in rounds. Yeah, the winds will blow, but these roots too deep. I'm on my feet, the underdog, and I won't be beat. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the skies. Don't quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. Go and give it your all until the end of time.